Hey guys, we are back with another Pokemon Hardcore Nuzlocke, and in this video I'll be attempting to complete Pokemon Sun using only the Dark type and on only one attempt. Now it's time to get this challenge started by checking out this cutscene. So Pokemon Sun and Moon were definitely games for me. No, I definitely appreciate that they took the risk of changing the format from the gym leaders to the trials and the trial captains. I was definitely in the camp of, wow, they ruined the Pokemon series, but boy was I wrong. So we begin the journey with Meowth just waking us up kind of unexpectedly here so we can get out of bed and pick a Pokemon. But before all that, I have to meet up and try to find the Kahuna on this bridge here, meeting up with Lily, I think her name was, if I remember correctly, before getting attacked, helping this Cosmog by these Spearows. Now as Cosmog activates its superpower, somehow not damaging myself, Tapu Koko comes here, swoops in, kind of just murders those Spearows and saves the day, surprisingly. I say surprisingly because for some reason they look shocked that a Pokemon helped them. Now, as Tapu Koko's assistant situation in determining if I'm going to be a good trainer, it flies off instead of just joining the team. So after all this hullabaloo, I finally get the option of choosing my starter, and since only one of these starters evolves into a dark type, I will be choosing Litten. Now, I like that they included a little scene here with a Pokemon just kind of choosing you and deciding to be your partner, which I don't even know like what would be the opposite for this scene. Them just running away and you not choosing the star that you chose, but who knows. Now, as me and Litten here just begin our bonding experience, hopefully this thing doesn't just get, murked later in the run, because that would just kind of be sad after watching this scene. Now, Litten finally chooses me as his rightful trainer before we can actually finally start off on our Pokemon journey. But before we start off, I definitely make sure to nickname him Shadow before heading out and before battling what's his name, Hao, for the first time. Now this battle definitely wasn't a challenge at all, since in recent Pokemon games they definitely give you the type effective move like right off the bat, so to make these battles way quicker and way easier. It's not the days of old anymore where the first trainer battle could actually be difficult. So after beating Hao here very, very swiftly, Shadow does gain a level before we have to kind of rest up, lick our wounds, and prepare for the next battle. Now the next battle with Hao was, again, similarly pretty easy. I know he adds one more Pokemon to his team, a Pichu, which can't really hurt Litten like that, so I'm not too concerned going into this battle. So again, we battle Hao this time just a few hours later, thinking that he might have a shot this time, but he woefully will not. So I send in Shadow here, just kind of sizing up what this Pichu will do. So I just go for the Ember, just go for the attack. I'm not gonna waste time with stat drops here because I do not plan on touching this thing, because I don't want its static kind of go off and potentially ruin this run early on. So it goes for the Charm here, which again it doesn't really matter, since Litten is going to be a special. It's just gonna be using special moves this battle, so Ember quickly takes out Pichu in a few hits here before he sends in his Rowlet, and we all know how that's gonna go. So definitely should have started off with Rowlet, so I could have just taken that thing out pretty early on, but oh well, he decided to try and stall me out with the Pichu. So he sends in Rowlet as I go in for the Ember, taking it down to below half health. As it goes for the Growl here to try and reduce my attack, but it doesn't really matter when I'm using Ember. So just another Ember here was enough to take it out, netting me nothing other than just the bragging rights of beating my rival 2 times in a row. So after the rival battle, I'm finally able to kind of explore the little area, and before meeting up with the professor, I run into and catch an Alolan Rattata that I nickname. What do I nickname this thing? I think that's Spawn. Yeah, I nickname it Spawn. Before heading to the trainer school, where I run into an Alolan Meowth. So these Alolan forms were actually a pretty nice idea. I would have rather them create new Pokemon, but oh well. So I wind up catching the Alolan Meowth and nickname him, what do I nickname this thing? Catwoman. So now that I'm building up my team, I spend a long ass time just trying to find this Alolan Grimer here, hoping that it'll be a kind of nice little change of pace for the team here, having a nice poison type to poison the enemies. I wind up nicknaming her Electra before challenging Ilima, or however you pronounce his name. Now this battle I was not expecting to be as hard as it was. Now I've heard that this Ilima was a very challenging trainer, especially early on like this. So just heading into the battle without knowing anything about his team, or remembering anything about his team rather, just decided to start with Shadow here and just test my luck and see what can happen. Now I had high hopes going into this battle since the teacher Emily from the trainer school wasn't as difficult as she is in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So I ran into this battle thinking that Ilma is not going to be too much of a challenge here, as I just decide to go for the Ember and kind of just come up with a strategy here, because even though these Pokemon are low leveled and low stats, they do hit pretty hard this early in the game. So Young Goose, going with the tackle there, going with another tackle here, just kind of bringing me below half health before I just go for the Ember not doing too much. But as Young Goose goes for another tackle, I could just take out the Young Goose here, but Ilma just goes for the potion, just healing him up. So that proves to be another challenge with the whole healing potions here, and Ember really not doing too much, even with the Blaze boost. So with me just thinking I could outspeed this Young Goose, I go for the next Ember, which thanks to the Blaze boost, I was able to take it out. So next up is this Smeargle, which is the definite problem child of his team. So I know his Smeargle at least has the type effective move against your starter here. So realizing that, I do decide to switch out into my spawn here just to see what the Smeargle will do. So the Water Gun doesn't really do too much, and I was thinking that I lucked out with the Water Gun on Smeargle, since Smeargle is not a special attacker, but it goes for the tackle and just takes out Spawn in one hit. So considering my options here, I definitely decided to go into Meowth here. Now again, it was the same strategy, just kind of seeing what this Smeargle can do and trying to get as much damage off as possible. So considering that, I do go for the Fake Out here just to get that first turn flinch, as it outspeeds and goes for the tackle again, taking me out below half health. I go for the Bite, hoping that I was going to outspeed and just hopefully just rely on some flinch strategy. But unfortunately, this Smeargle is a very fast Pokemon, as it goes for another tackle, taking out Meowth. Now this Smeargle is definitely a problem, but it is below half health now, so I'm thinking that I have a shot here. One thing I should have done is trained up Electra to at least level 10, just to get some bulk form before this battle, but going for the Poison Gas here, thinking that's my only option, really, hoping that Litten can outspeed Smeargle at the very least before Smeargle decides to take Grimer out. Actually, yeah, Ilma just goes for the full heal there, so that happened, but it allowed Electra to get a pound off, weakening it even more. So hoping that Ilma doesn't have another potion here, as it takes out Grimer, and I send in my Litten. So the idea, the hope here is that Shadow can outspeed Smeargle. And unfortunately, he cannot, as Smeargle goes for the Water Gun, wiping out my team and ending the run. Thanks for watching.